DreAllDay.com.
25 conversation starters. Learn to begin and hold a conversation with anyone at DreAllDay.com. Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. This video, I want to talk about picking your ideal mate. And I'm making this from the perspective of a male, but this could be for females as well. But someone asked me once, I don't remember specifically what the question was, but I got several questions along the lines of, well, Dre, you know, I'm really serious about my career or about becoming a professional athlete or about building my business. But, you know, my girlfriend or most of the time it's girlfriend or some girl that I'm dating or seeing, she doesn't understand why I'm always going to the gym or why I always got to be on the computer or why I always got to be studying or writing or reading. And she kind of is not feeling the fact that I'm so dedicated to my work, to my business. You know, what am I supposed to do? Or, you know, how do I figure this out? Should I stop dating her? Things like that. So what I want to talk about here is kind of taking a step back before you even get into the situation with a girl. Again, this could be for a guy too, but I'm gonna just say girl throughout this video for the females out there. How do you even pick the right person? How do you know once you get into it with that person that they kind of understand what you're about and what you're going to be about? Not only what you're about now, but what you're going to be about in the future, and they can decide whether they accept it or whether they don't accept it. That's what I'm talking about here. Number one point that I'm going to tell you is you need to think about who would be okay with you, like when you're all in. Let's think about a period when you are all in. Maybe it's right now where all you're doing every single day, most of your time awake is focused on getting to that next level or building that brand or starting that career. Or whatever you're doing is you're really dedicating a lot of time to that, and you're not taking a lot of time for socializing. You're not even taking a lot of time for yourself. You're not taking a lot of time for hanging with friends or going out or even being somewhere where you could even meet a girl or a guy. Who would be okay with that? Who would be okay and ride with you while you were going through that period of building? Because that building phase is going to take some time, and maybe when you get all the way into it, that's going to take some time as well. I heard this story about Amars Story, who used to play in the NBA. Once he got hit in the eye, because those of you who remember Amari, through the last few years of his career, he wore goggles while he played, but he didn't always wear goggles. When he first came in the league, he didn't, and he was a beast, but he got hit in the eye once while he was playing in the league, and he had a detached retina. And when you have a detached retina, he had to have surgery to get it reattached. But the way to let it heal is that this was crazy. He had to lay face down for 20 hours a day. Can you imagine that? 20 hours a day? I think it was for like a week or 10 days or something like that. That's crazy. 20 hours a day he had to lay down, face down, and he couldn't sit up, he couldn't stand up or move around and things like that for 20 hours a day. Now I remember when I heard this story, I asked my lady, I said, if that was me and I had that 20 hours a day, I had to sit face down. So if you're sitting face down, there's a whole bunch of things you can't do, right? Whole lot, you can't exercise, you can't go nowhere, you can't do nothing. Sitting 20 hours face down. I asked her, would you keep me company? Would you read me books or something like that to keep me engaged while I got to sit here for 20 hours a day for 10 days? She said, absolutely. Now, you should ask your girl that question. If she got to hesitate, if she got to think about it, if she's like, I don't know, if she start asking qualifying questions before she give you a yes or a no, that should be a red flag to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to tell you should ask her that question just to see what she says, just to see how committed she really is, how serious she really is about you. Number two, if you have a mate or a girl you're considering to be a mate who is diametrically opposed to your chosen life, that's another red flag. She's diametrically opposed to the fact that you want to play basketball and you're going to be in the gym for 2 hours every evening after you get off work, or that's the first thing you're going to do in the morning, so you got to go to bed early, or whatever the situation happens to be. You're saving up money so you can go to this camp, or you got to go every time that call comes, you got to go wherever it is you got to go, or this time you got to spend building your business. If she is diametrically opposed to it, if she's looking at it like, how long are you going to do that? Are you going to keep doing this thing? Like, when are you going to do something serious? When are you going to get a real job? When are you going to give up on this dream? If you have a girl who's thinking that, or her actions are saying that she's thinking that, or she's explicitly saying it to you, that's a red flag. Now, you may try to ignore that red flag because you think the girl looks so good, or sex is good, or everything else about the relationship is good except that part right there, or you got kids with her, whatever the situation. You can ignore the red flag if you want, but don't say you didn't know it was a red flag. If she's diametrically opposed, or he is diametrically opposed to your chosen life, your chosen lifestyle, your chosen profession, or the one that you're going after, come on. You see that. Now, you can pretend not to see it, but don't say that you didn't see it. Number 3, my suggestion is, if you're going to keep pursuing what you're pursuing, which I'm assuming you will, keep doing what you're doing and meet someone in the process of you doing that thing. So don't not go to the gym for a week just so you can try to meet a girl or something like that. Or once you meet her, stop working out and stop going to the gym and get off your schedule because you're spending so much time with the girl, because then you're sending mixed signals. So now you're showing her, you're giving her all this time and doing all these things, but at the same time, you're not really doing what you're really going to be doing. If y'all end up in a serious long-term relationship, that's how it's going to be. You need to do that right now so she can see, look, this is what it's going to be. This is what it is. This is the way that I'm living. This is what my schedule is. This is what I'm dedicated to. These are the disciplines. These are my commitments. And she can decide, like, yo, I'm with this. I'm cool with this. Or, yo, I'm not cool with this. You got to give me more time, or you can't be doing that all the time, or when you going to get sick. If she's not in on that, then look, she can know from the gate. The sooner you know whether somebody's in or out, the better, because you don't want to put a year into it, or 6 months into it, or any amount of time into it, and then find out later on, or have her find out later on that, oh, I ain't know this is the way you live. I ain't know this what you was about. I didn't know your schedule was going to be like this. And then it's a situation that now you're like, why did I even put the time in the first place? So stick to what you're already doing. Stick to your disciplines and let her see it. Let her see that this is the way it is, and she can decide right there whether she's in or she's out. So then you don't have to worry about the red flags, because it's going to be very clear from the gate. Hopefully this can help some of you gentlemen or ladies who are really in hot pursuit of where you want to be and what you want to do, and it can help you avoid getting into a situation that now you got to dissolve the whole relationship because she didn't know or he didn't know, because you're going to let him know from the door exactly what it is. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.